Hello, hello, and a wonderful, wonderful Onpassive day to you. This short video is going to be about another spice, an herb. It's called Alder Buckthorn. This is a non-spiny deciduous shrub. It's a small tree. Typically grows 10 to 20 feet, can get as high as 23 feet. The bark is rather dark. Actually, it's very dark. It's a blackish brown. When you slice it up, expose the insides. It's got a very lemon yellow inner bark to it. So it's really kind of pretty. The contrast is nice. The leaves are arranged alternately on 3 to 6 inch. It's called a petiole or petioles. That's a It's a stalk that joins the leaf to the stem, and the uh, the leaves and such they're actually oval shaped or ovate. The flowers are small. They're shaped like a star. They're a greenish white, and they grow in clusters, and you can see them. They develop from May to June during the year. Just as summer's getting going. The fruits are small black berries, and they ripen. They go from green to red to a purple or a black, and this is usually in early autumn. Now, the history and the traditional use of this, its ancient roots, it goes back, it's got a long history of traditional use in the European herbal medicine. It dates back to at least the Middle Ages. Primarily, though, its use is as a laxative, well established in that, and it's also established in the traditional European medicine systems. Other traditional uses include liver and gallbladder treatment, for complaints. It's also used as a tonic. Uh, Use in that though is rather limited, scientifically anyway. It's got health benefits, right? The main proven benefit, obviously, is short-term treatment for occasional constipation. The bark actually contains anthraquinoin or quinoin glycosides, and those compounds stimulate bowel contractions and they promote the bowel movement. It's also used to treat liver and gallbladder complaints, including hepatitis, cirrhosis, and even jaundice. And it has compounds that help reduce swelling, right? Inflammation. That makes it useful for treating conditions like arthritis or other swelling in the body, especially if it's joints that are swollen for some reason. And traditionally, it's also used to treat skin conditions like eczema or psoriasis. Lastly, not leastly, it can be a blood purifier, and it's often used in detoxification protocols. So when somebody needs to be detoxed, this is one of the things that they do. Now, uses in diet, right? Consuming this, the dried bark, you can use that to make tea, acts like a mild laxative, supports liver function, liver health. The ripe berries can be consumed. I don't personally recommend that, but if it's in moderation, it can certainly be eaten. They have some nutritional value, but they should be used cautiously because they've got some strong laxative properties. You're going to find yourself in a little trouble. Um, Herbal preparations, typically we can use the alder buckthorn in herbal preparations like the teas we talked about, extracts, liquid extracts, and even tinctures. You can make these out of those or these out of alder buckthorn. Um, if you need to know how to make that, just look in the previous video where by that title, either tincture or extract or concoctions or whatever. I mean, I got a video on it. It tells you how to make it. Um, Typically, though, alder buckthorn is not a food. Yeah, okay. It shouldn't be consumed like it's a food. It should be used specifically for medicinal reasons or for medicinal purposes. There are some precautions that go with this. Obviously, pregnancy and breastfeeding not recommended for use during that because of the laxative properties. Not recommended for children under 12 years of age. Um, if you've got chronic gastrointestinal conditions, you should avoid this. It can irritate the stomach and the intestines. Watch out. You don't want to be consuming a lot of this. Could cause nausea, diarrhea, stomach cramps. It's generally safe in moderation, but then again, I wouldn't eat it like a food. That's probably not a good idea. You could, because it's got some nutritional value in the berries. Now, the fresh bark can also, if it's like really fresh, it can cause some pretty severe vomiting. So what you need to do is age it. You should age it for at least a year. Sit it off to the side and let it chill for a year, or use a heat processed uh, uh, process, a heat process before you use it. There's some considerations too. It usually takes like 8 to 12 hours to produce the laxative component or the bowel movement. It's recommended only for short-term use. Don't use it, for more than a week without medical advice. And if you do, it could lead to dependence because the bowel may actually become reliant on the laxative, making it difficult to do the movement on its own. It could also cause electrolyte imbalance, which is loss of mineral like potassium. Uh, you can get this with prolonged use. Certainly, consult a healthcare professional. It's important that you do that, especially if you're going to be using it for anything. If you're going to be using it, you want to be careful with it. You also want to make sure that you don't confuse this with other plants, other uh, um, buckhorn species, because the common buckhorn uh, and well, they all have different properties. So that's it. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it, and maybe one day you'll be able to use it. And other than that, though, I hope you have an absolutely awesome, awesome day. Thanks. See ya.